Business leaders in Singapore and Indonesia are optimistic about further economic growth potential in Indonesia under President Joko Widodo's second term in office. They shared this view in a business forum in Singapore, organized by Singapore Management University. Olivia Marzuki with this report.
This business forum was timely after 2 nights of rioting in Jakarta in response to election results. But now that the situation is contained, all eyes are on President Joko Widodo's plan in office for the next 5 years. This business forum held by Singapore Management University puts the spotlight on Indonesia's vision and opportunities in the eyes of the business community. Dubbed as Indonesia's infrastructure president, Widodo's push for more projects is likely to create trickle-down effects for the private sector.
We love it because the private sector is allowed to do what they need to do, like what Jokowi is envisioned right now, because he's setting up the infrastructure for us and we're going in to do the job. I think that's very exciting for us.
During his first term, Jokowi spent more than $100 billion on infrastructure, namely financed by international borrowing. This move was highly criticized by his political rivals. But for these companies, they see long-term benefits of the infrastructure projects. The plan, which includes ramping up broadband connectivity, will benefit the digital economy especially.
As our economy grows from $1 trillion to $2 trillion, hopefully in the next 10 to 15 years, we will see a lot of changes where technology will play a very important role in what is contributing to that growth. So we're very excited. We're already seeing in our economy, people are being impacted in a positive way, looking at all the ride-hailing, e-commerce, payment company.
Indonesia's digital economy is primed to become Southeast Asia's largest, according to Google and Temasek study. This market could hit $100 billion by 2025, the study said. This is driven by its young population and large middle class with rising levels of disposable income. And this is why Indonesia remains attractive to foreign investors.
Actually investing in Indonesia to address the middle-class opportunities in Indonesia, whether it's about producing in Indonesia, whether it's about delivering the services in Indonesia. And it can be done. Actually, the young Singapore entrepreneurs have been extremely courageous. Just look at what Grab is doing, look at what Karo is doing. They are plunging head-on into Indonesia in order to succeed and win in the marketplace in Indonesia.
Jokowi's re-election certainly brings some level of optimism and prospects of economic continuity.
We are probably what you call a sleeping dragon in a way. So I think there needs to be a focus to Indonesia, because I believe that this is going to be, we're going to be witnessing firsthand amazing growth in Indonesia for the next 5, 10, 15 years in the future.
However, with a larger coalition government, there are concerns that President Jokowi might have to make more concessions, thus hindering his push for further reforms.